Hello, everyone, and welcome back. My name's Randy. We're going to be taking a look at Mullen, ticker symbol MULN, who dropped 8% today. Massive drop with the major indices up. A struggling EV startup, Mullen Auto, bids for Bankrupt electric last mile. What is happening with this? Why are they buying another facility when supposedly they have a facility? They've got plenty of room. They've got a 60% equity stake in Bollinger Motors. They've got partnerships. I mean, why do they need to purchase something else? Why are they not focusing on the vans? Or are they focusing on the vans? Let's take a look at this article right here. It does say Hummer SUV factory in Indiana. So electric last mile, it looks like they filed for Chapter 7. September 16th, filed by the trustee in electric last mile's Chapter 7 case. I'm going to have to look up and find out who the trustee is and see where this information's included so I can get back to you guys and let you know exactly where all this information's at. But Chapter 7 case, all right, this is going to be a liquidation of all the assets, and then once they sell the assets, they are going to be able to pay back the creditors. And it looks like Mullen Automotive is in the lead for a stalking horse bid of almost $100 million in total consideration and due by October 3rd and an auction to be held October 7th. So that's part of the timeline. Let's take a look at Electric Last Mile Solutions announces Chapter 7 bankruptcy filing. This is straight from their website. June 12th of 2022, comprehensive review of the company's products and commercialization plans. They decided to liquidate, and down here it says that they were actually building electric vans ready to meet critical needs. So, long story short, this facility was actually used to build electric vans. So here it is. This is in Indiana. This is the facility. They could potentially be buying this because they are not ready to build electric vans at scale. They are close to getting the vans approved. Everything worked out with the deals. They've got like 3 major contracts in the works right now. We covered that this morning. We talking about the vans because they need to recognize revenue before the end of this year. They need to establish in Q3 and Q4 that they can generate some vans in mass production because they're getting orders for these. Whether or not those orders are real, we're about to find out. And this is the article here from September 29th of 2021. So a former Hummer gas guzzling facility transforms into a light duty delivery vehicle facility. So this is a big deal because anytime you are spending cash, cash that's limited, it's going to be challenging for the company. It's going to cause downward pressure in that stock price. So what I want to do is get the auto parts, auto manufacturing up here, auto manufacturers. And I want to make sure that you see that there was a mix here of 8% drop for Mullen Automotive. That was a massive drop. Normally the drops are about 4% to 8%. And you can see there's a mix here. We've got upside and downside mixture. I mean, Mullen was a massive drop today. So this news was seen. It was not perceived by the market, in my opinion, that this was a good deal because the major indices were up. Now, I want to take a look at, before we get into the charts, I just want to take a look at EV demand because we know that the gas prices have been falling for some odd, I don't know, it was like 15 consecutive weeks or 50 straight days. And you've got conflicting reports that are, some reports are saying that demand is slowing, that it's speeding up, that the cost of batteries is going up, so it's going to cause less demand. But I want you to make sure you're paying attention to EV demand and the way that it's getting reported with these declining gas prices, because it could cause some people with the increase of EVs because of the battery costs to go towards gas or hybrid. And, this is something we want to pay attention to, this trend. As gasoline prices come down, does it cause people to not buy electric vehicles? Now, there's an incentive, right? We went through that there's an incentive to buy new electric vehicles and used electric vehicles. But you can see by this report done by Cox Automotive for Q2, I covered the fact that the Q1 van numbers had declined year over year, that they were less. And you can see here that total numbers of vehicle purchase, so new vehicle purchases were down, but EV purchases were up for Q2. Now, in Q3, it'll be really interesting to revisit these numbers and see what they say, because these shortages, as more people come into the market, and there's some other interesting facts down here. The fact that, Tesla's dominating the market, and as new vehicles come into the market, Tesla's seeing a crunch on their numbers. Not much now, but I mean, down here it says the number jumped to 33 from 19 EV models that were available in the US, and there's more coming to market. I mean, more are starting to scale up. So as you have an oversupply of vehicles in the market, because we were crunched, right? I mean, everyone was buying a used car, and then people started turning to new cars as they started to ramp that up. And now we can see that new car sales are starting to decline as interest rates go up. The whole reason I'm talking about this is, as a long-term investment in the auto manufacturing industry, I believe all of these prices were in a bubble in the past, and you definitely want to pick the right industry that's growing. So the question is, who is going to be able to maintain the growth through these shortages that are going to drive up prices? And if a vehicle is going for $60,000, are you going to choose an electric vehicle, $60,000 plus new? Are you going to look for a used car? Or are you going to go with a hybrid or gasoline choice? Because the price point right now is just lower. So I think that's something to consider whenever you're making your investment. Of course, a lot of Mullen people that are playing this are coming in low, looking to get out as this runs up on some positive news. But I will tell you, we haven't found the bottom yet, but I will say that I think the bottom is in. I know this is dangerous to say this, but tomorrow morning, I believe there's one more dip, but I'm calling the bottom here at 45. So I believe that this is the bottom, and I know it can be dangerous saying this, but you are closer now to the bottom than you are the top, which I'm going to say the resistance line is definitely not going to be back. Well, it could be back here. This resistance needs to turn into support here at 52 cents. So we'll have to see what happens if this can get back above this level here and rise up, because this has come down. And trust me, there are a lot of people out there watching the stock, and as soon as they realize that this is going back up, that 15% gain, I don't think that's nothing. I think Mullen gains that back in a day. But we are closer to the bottom, in my opinion, right now than we are to the top. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments below. I'm going to do a little bit more research on the stocking horse bid, see exactly where that information is stored, and I'm going to have that ready in my next video. Be sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Hit that thumbs up button, and if you want up to 12 free shares, start your Webull account. Find that in the comments below. I mean, it's free money, and the reason I like Webull right now is not only for their IPOs, but also you don't have to make but $1 deposit to get the free shares. So get you some free money. That's in the comments below. See you guys in the next video.